I'm like, how do people not know like where to move? Like it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Still, I'm there like 4 hours early. Like it's just hard. It makes for long days. Like certain people have had to go through. Like I've never been through anything like this. Like, and I think that's probably why it's been so hard.
The WNBA is in crisis right now, and everything is being exposed, from Sophie Cunningham revealing the quote dirty game on her podcast to the Wall Street Journal urging a federal inquiry on the matter. But what's even more shocking is Caitlin Clark's unexpected words in the recent podcast.
Caitlin Clark just set the world on fire in her new Sue Bird interview.
Caitlin Clark just dropped the most brutal interview of her career, and the WNBA will never be the same. Sitting down with Sue Bird on a podcast, the rookie sensation didn't just spill tea, she literally destroyed, in fact, demolished the entire WNBA.
But Caitlin Clark, let it be known, she does not like this Stephanie White offense, how these players in the WNBA don't even know where to move.
This wasn't a typical politically correct athlete interview. This was raw, unfiltered Caitlin Clark finally saying what we've all been waiting
Guys,
for.
Caitlin criticized the All-Star game. Wow, she just did that.
From stepping onto WNBA courts, being targeted, bullied, to the worst coaching experience with Stephanie White, she revealed everything. For the first time ever, she's pulled back the curtains on exactly what targeting looks like. So stay tuned for the breakdown of the most explosive take on the WNBA targeting ever. And if you think Caitlin Clark did right, just write "you go CC" in the comments below. And without further ado, let's talk about what just went down.
She began criticism from people like Jason Whitlock in regards to the turnovers department. Now, all of this stuff, some of it is warranted, some of it is not. Now, one thing I can say,
the targeting of Caitlin Clark faced in these 2 seasons has been unlike anything we've ever seen.
She has been through the worst.
She said in her interview, "I think just how much I was getting pressured. Like it was just like constant full court pressure. And also, I think as the season went on, like that chilled out as much. Like it's hard to want to do that an entire season."
How much I've been out and in the lineup, and then I'm on a minutes restriction and things like that. But even like late game, like I feel like I've managed games much better than I maybe did my rookie year. And that's something that like isn't probably always talked about, but like I can find confidence in that.
So here, Clark wasn't just describing any normal rookie adjustment. She was describing a league-wide campaign of physical and mental torture. The sheer audacity. Just think about it. Every player, every team treating her life as a threat, creating immense hurdles for her. They know they cannot fight her, so they decided to break her. As Sophie too revealed in her podcast, that there were proper, pre-planned, and systematic campaigns to sabotage her.
I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're going to prove her, we're going to show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And
from actual on-court, deadly bone-crashing fouls to off-court bullying and assaults, she faced it all. Angel Reese bullied Clark with a vicious head contact. Marina Mabry delivered aggressive bumps. Dejonae Carrington left her with a black eye. Kennedy Carter in a shoulder rattled the rookie. This was the level of ferocity not even reserved for legends. And she was just a newcomer. But she faced it all. She even faced racial discrimination at the hands of some officials and media persons.
As a matter of fact, Caitlin Clark is probably like the first white woman in history to experience racism. Not only does she literally get physically targeted during games, but social media analysts and journalists love to undermine her greatness whenever they can.
And the WNBA kept on witnessing all this, but didn't bother to do anything. Caitlin Clark had been silent on this for so long. She never said anything, never complained. But everything has a limit. Everyone has a breaking point. And this interview was the moment she reached hers. After the brutal and relentless systematic campaign against her, Caitlin Clark got sidelined with groin and quad injuries. Her body, pushed to its absolute limit by months of targeting, finally gave out. The league stood by and watched as their new superstar was systematically destroyed.
But I want Lisa Bluter back with Caitlin Clark. She knows the remedy. She has the sauce.
The most heartbreaking admission about the whole situation comes when Clark talks about it. She said, "It's just been so challenging. Like being active and playing 4 games and then not feeling the best. Like, all I do is rehab and like to continue to do this process.
It's just been so challenging, like being active and playing 4 games and then not, and like not feeling the best, and then like frustrated of like how hard I worked in the off season, and then like all I do is rehab and like continue to do this process.
Can you hear the desperation in her words? The confusion in her tone? This is a warrior who's never known defeat, and now she has to go through all this. But here's when the story becomes absolutely gut-wrenching. She revealed that, "I've never been through anything like this, and I think that's probably why it's been so hard. Because like, I've never really dealt with injury."
Like certain people have had to go through. Like I've never been through anything like this. Like, and I think that's probably why it's been so hard, because like...
There it is. The admission that changes everything. This isn't just about physical pain. This was about all the consequences that come along. The psychological devastation, the mental turmoil. But where were the officials? Where was the protection? Where was the system that should have safeguarded their most valuable assert?
Didn't know her role. That is the difference. We got a bunch of people on this team that do not know and understand their role.
But unfortunately, no one was there because this is a league run by unprofessionals. A professional women's basketball run so unprofessionally that they couldn't save the one that brought them all the money and viewership. There, we see a pattern of neglect, a catastrophic failure of leadership that allowed their golden goose to be beaten into submission.
Caitlin Clark just set the world on fire in her new Sue Bird interview.
You might think that the targeting and injuries Caitlin Clark has been facing all this time was bad. But wait until you hear about Stephanie White's coaching nightmare, because that's absolutely insane. Clark didn't hold back this time. She made it crystal clear that she's not happy with White's coaching. The preparation required just to play has it's doing more than everybody else because of her injury situation.
I'm there like 4 hours early. Like it's just hard. It makes for long days. And
I feel like Stephanie White has put a governor on Caitlin Clark. No, I need you to play this way. I need you to be extra careful. I need you to blah, blah, blah.
Like, are you even in your senses? Your star player is battling injuries and desperately needs rest and recovery. But what are you doing? Forcing her to work even more. Such a pathetic coach with her broken system and coaching malpractice.
We all remember it.
that game
and
was a blur.
yeah.
Thank God. I try to forget that.
Well, I'm going to bring it up one time.
No, that's fine. I like talking about it now.
But in a good way.
Stephanie White has done nothing less than destroying the generational talent. She got the biggest asset, the brightest star WNBA has ever seen. And what did she do with her? Completely sabotage her.
I've had a theory for months now that really and truly Stephanie White doesn't believe that Caitlin Clark is the one. I don't think Stephanie White believes that.
People are absolutely mad about her front office decisions. In her preseason interviews, she promised she was going to run and create an offense around Caitlin Clark. But what did she actually do? She took Clark off the ball. White's incompetent system is killing Clark's impact. And even Clark admitted this in the interview.
In regards to the turnovers department. Now, all of this stuff, some of it is warranted, some of it is not. Now, one thing I can say is that she is not shying away from any questions at all.
The most devastating part comes right here, when Clark talks about her college coach, Lisa Bluter. Every single word of Clark about Lisa reveals what real coaching looks like.
I always think about like how Coach Bluter like ran practices and things, and like I'm very fortunate looking back. She really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone was on the same page and like knew what they were doing and knew their role.
Here's the fun part. But saying so, Clark wasn't just praising Lisa Bluter. Rather, it was a hint at Stephanie White's incompetency.
Like there's
So you
certainly,
can already sense that.
for sure.
Okay.
Like I know this is gonna help me like understand my body better and
Clark absolutely demolishes White's failure without even mentioning her name. Then comes the killing blow. Even now, at the professional level, I'm like, how do people not know where to move? Like, it blows my mind still.
even now at the professional level, I'm like, how do people not know like where to move? Like it blows my mind.
Clark is basically saying Bluter could make college players smarter than White can make professional athletes. This is publicly exposing how far she's fallen, from coaching excellence to coaching incompetence.
You got to let Caitlin cook. You got to turn her loose. Lisa Bluter understood that. I don't think Stephanie White believes in that philosophy. I don't.
What we have witnessed is absolutely mind-blowing. Caitlin Clark's most unfiltered interview not just exposed the WNBA failure to protect its players, it also revealed Stephanie White's coaching disaster. The league that should be developing their generational talent is instead destroying her, with incompetent coaching and endless targeting and neglect. This isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about a broken system that's failing its biggest star. What do you think? Has Clark finally had enough of this coaching incompetence? Is the WNBA about to face the reckoning it deserves? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because more such stories coming your way.